In Montclair, New Jersey, a Peruvian restaurant is creating quite a buzz.
My name is Juan Andres Plasencia, and welcome to Costanera Restaurant.
Today, Chef Plasencia shows us that healthy can also be delicious with a quinoa salad. The quinoa grains native to the Andes of Peru get a rinse and then are ready to cook.
We have two varieties. We have a white and a red quinoa. Nice big stock pot, water's already at a rolling boil. And you're just gonna add this quinoa. That we have about a cup of quinoa that we're putting into the pot here. You also wanna be able to season this water with a little salt. Kosher or sea salt is great. It's gonna take about 10 to 12 minutes to prepare this quinoa until it's properly cooked. You want it to be cooked through but still a touch al dente. Quinoa in itself is a super grain. It's considered a superfood, high in protein and other nutrients. And it's a seed from a flower, and it's very, very popular among the vegetarian and vegan crowd because of all of its health benefits.
While the quinoa cooks, Chef Plasencia puts together the brightly flavored lime citronette dressing.
We have some fresh lime juice, and you're gonna just have about a half a cup of lime juice into the blender, and about a third or a quarter cup of tarragon vinegar for this recipe. You want to add a little bit of a Dijon mustard. The mustard is about a quarter or half a teaspoon. About 1 or half a clove of garlic. Next, you want to use about a quarter of a red onion. So here you want to add a little kosher salt as well, about a tablespoon's worth. Some freshly cracked black pepper. So you blend all these ingredients together. I'm going to add to this about a cup of extra virgin olive oil. You can use a lighter vegetable oil if you don't care for this flavor of olive oil. And while the blender is running, you just want to very lightly drizzle this into the blender. So once the vinaigrette is put together, you can just set it aside and reserve it for the preparation of the quinoa salad. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. The quinoa is perfectly cooked. At this point, you want to go ahead and drain it from the hot water and through a fine mesh sieve. The beads have opened up. It's much larger in size. You want to quickly shock this under running cold water, just to make sure that it stops the cooking process as well. Now we're off to putting together this delicious Costanera quinoa salad. Quinoa kind of has that texture. As you're biting into it and chewing it, you kind of have that sort of, popping or crispy effect, but it's still really soft, and it has a very, very neutral flavor. We have about 2 cups of quinoa here, cooked quinoa, which we're going to put into our mixing bowl. So here you want to add a little bit of kosher salt. We're going to add some cracked black pepper. We want to use a few of these dried cherries or dried cranberries, maybe about a quarter or a third of a cup. Here we have some beautiful toasted almonds, about a third or a quarter cup of this as well. We're going to add some fresh herbs as well. Here we have some nice cilantro. Parsley is a great herb to use for a salad like this, chives as well. And here we have about a tablespoon and a half of fresh cilantro. And then finally, you want to use a little aroma tomato. I think half a tomato would be great for something like this. You just want to quarter it, and we're going to seed it. You just want a really nice and simple dice for this tomato for the salad. The last thing we have to add is the vinaigrette. So you just add about a quarter cup of this vinaigrette to this amount of quinoa, and you just very, very quickly and very simply dress this salad.
Nutritious and versatile, quinoa salad goes well with practically anything.
This will be great with a nice light lunch, great sandwich. You can top it off on your favorite mixed green salad. It's also very nice for grilled meat or grilled fish. Quinoa is not something that I grew up eating, but I love it because of its health benefits. The way we prepare it here is actually very unconventional Peruvian, and guests love it and I love it.